past. I honestly don't have that luxury right now. Others can carry that debate. We're focused on the now and we're focused on the future. And what is clear is the president has determined that he has the legal capacity. Remember, there were serious questions of legality about what could and couldn't be done previously. There was a big debate over chemical weapons even. We didn't have the same kind of legality to go do chemical weapons that we do now have. Because of the request of the government of Iraq, we didn't have a request from the government of Syria, because international law clearly recognizes a right of self-defense and collective self-defense, and we have the legality to do what we're doing. Clearly recognizes a right of self-defense. Because of the request of the government of Iraq, we didn't have a request from the government of Syria, because international law clearly recognizes a right of self-defense and international law clearly recognizes a right of self-defense and collective self-defense, and we have the legality to do what we're doing today.
Did you hear what he said? International law clearly recognizes the right of self-defense and collective self-defense.
That mattered to the now have. Because of the request of the government of Iraq, we didn't have a request from the government of Syria, because international law clearly recognizes a right of self-defense and collective self-defense, and we have the legality to do what we're doing today. That mattered to the president. And I think it is important that we have allies who are prepared to engage in this too. ISIL raised this threat.
Allies that are prepared to engage in this too. So tell me now, if you have a power like the United States, and clearly the United States has power, and yet you still seek allies, how can you be a black nationalist, a revolutionary, but you don't need no allies? I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you do be talking that revolutionary talk, but I don't know, what is it, just for t-shirts? I'm saying, it's just a question. Think about that. You don't need no allies. And I mean, it's your philosophy that you're going to take on, arguably, the largest economy in the damn world, unlimited resources to use against you. Clearly, you are outgunned, outmanned. You're disorganized. Matter of fact, you don't have no organization. There's no organized group of revolutionaries from the black, quote unquote, communities of America. Stop the bullshit. I mean, it's just fantasy. At some level, the fantasy prevents you from engaging in some reality that could actually alleviate some of the shit you're going through. Because you're so busy engaging in the fantastic idea that your ass is going to be Nat Turner or Ramesses the Great, that you lose sight of all the shit that's really taking place. I mean, taking place, like taking your place right in front of your face. You better wake up. And that's just realism-ism.
And I think it is important that we have allies who are prepared to engage in this too. ISIL raised this threat level to a point that everybody understands. the stakes. There is much more at stake than just ISIL and Iraq, and this is not just an internal fight. This is a fight that involves all of us because there's a level of depravity, of this fundamental evil in what they are doing that challenges states and challenges values and the mores that we have lived by or tried to live by for a long time. And if that was free to run rampant over those countries, there could be chaos in the region and far greater dangers for everybody. So we're standing up to that. That's the right thing to do. The other debate can go on, but we're focused on what we're going to do now and what we're going to do to succeed.
And finally, you talk about a much bigger regional situation at stake, to wit, Iran. You've made a huge amount of efforts. Do you believe that by the deadline